Hello, hello. My name is Sharp Eyes.
This is the Beast Orc.
Do you really talk like that?
Yes, son.
Very annoying indeed.
Indeed.
Alright, that is Orc, and welcome to another episode of You Play, We Cast, where
And we do talk like that.
Yes, we do. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this game started. It is looking like a game on Whirlwind LE featuring Valhanis versus Matz.
And this will be a good game to cast for us because I am a Terran player myself and you are a Zerg.
Absolutely. Alright, so spawning in the upper right hand corner here, we have GFP Valhanis.
A very, very good platinum player with pretty good decision making.
Very good decision making indeed. And spawning in the lower left hand corner, we have our very own OHHO Matz.
And he is Oho Matz indeed, and I am sure he's a very solid player as well, but we have not casted any of his games yet, so we'll see what his playstyle is like.
Alright. So judging from this matchup, what do you expect to see from both players here?
Well, it's TVZ, Terran vs. Zerg, and it's, I think the biggest map in the entire map pool. The other 4-player map that just got introduced this season, I'm blanking on the name right now, is a big map as well, but yeah, Whirlwind has got to be the biggest map in the whole entire solo map pool. So, Terran vs. Zerg, who knows what's going to happen. We got to see what they open with here. Looks like the Zerg is not doing any kind of rush, which would be kind of dumb anyways. Even though you could throw the Terran off anyways, because the Terran looks like he might go for an Expo first, or do some kind of proxy play. We'll have to see. That's what I'm guessing so far, though.
Okay, so it does look like a spawning pool will be cropping up here for the Zerg player. Orc, is this a very early pool or is this a normal timing?
It looks like a 15 pool, I think. So he should go 15 pool, 15 hatch. There goes the drone. I was right. Then maybe an extractor after that. And red is going command center first, but on the high ground, and then he'll wall it off with a depot. Or a Rax, one of the two. Looks like it's going to be a Rax. Yep.
Actually, command center first is a very interesting play, as it is actually not used very often. Am I correct?
It's used. Yeah, it's used a good amount, but it's mainly by like top tier players who know exactly what they're doing. And Valhanis knows what he's doing for a good amount, but he's not Marine King Prime or somebody like that. But it's a good build. But if you were to get Baneling busted and they kill the weak supply depot, you're pretty screwed. Like even if they're on 2 base, if they just decide to Baneling bust you, with 1 queen off of 2 base, it's really effective and the game's pretty much over unless you have perfect bunker positioning and you know it's coming. But the biggest thing in this game so far is that neither player has scouted, which is always a good thing to do no matter what league you're in.
And it does look like these Zerglings will be scouting at the 4 minutes and 10 second mark. So very late scout here.
Like, cause I mean, you never know. People do more macro builds on bigger maps, obviously, because it works better. But he could have been coming with a 6 pool, and then red could have been doing like an 888 2 Rax Reaper all in. So, yeah, I don't really approve of the openers scouting wise for these 2 players, but the openers that they're doing are okay. Just I would have liked to see scouting, but nonetheless.
Orc sure loves scouting.
Yep.
And it will be looking like these Zerglings will be chasing this SCV over here. Orc, who is faster, Lings or workers?
Lings are a little bit faster than workers, but Lings are pretty much faster than almost anything with speed.
And it looks like this SV is desperately trying to run away. And he does run away. But it looks like... Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
And it looks like those queens have taken out that SCV. Poor guy.
This is a really greedy build from Red. I mean, it's not a bad build, but it's extremely greedy, just regardless of who you are, because he's got 2 racks. He's adding on add-ons for both racks. I mean, he's making one Widow Mine, but he went early CC before his first racks, and now he's making another one in his main. So like, if there was a Ling Roach all in or just a Ling Bane all in, this game would be completely over. So I wanted to note that. I guess, yeah, so green did find red, the Terran, and he's taking a third, which is smart by him. He's mining from 2 gases, so he should have already teched, but he puts down a Baneling Nest instead. But overall, they're both playing, macroing pretty solid so far.
Solid indeed, and it looks like the lair tech will be mutating right now. So, yeah.
And at the same time, he's getting movement of Overlords, so that means Overlords will be insanely fast, and then if they morph into Overseers, they'll be even faster than an Overlord with speed is. So that's, I guess he just wants complete map vision and know what his opponent's up to at all times. We have Stim on the way from red, and it looks like he will be playing Bio, morphing an Orbital in his main, and he's got a nice wall off in his front base.
A very nice wall off here with one Widow Mine out in front, bunker right in the middle, and a Widow Mine in the back.
Yep, green is having pretty good creep spread so far in this game. I mean, this build is pretty good, Ling Bane, but if there was a Hellbat drop to like landing in his main right now, the game, it would be not game over, but it would do a lot of damage. So that's one thing he could improve on. Maybe get out some roaches or have a spine in each mineral line.
Absolutely. He is pretty vulnerable to drops right now, but with these Overlords over here to the right of his base and to the north, it actually does look like he will be spotting drops if they come in.
Yeah, Overlord speed is a really good upgrade. I mean, it's hard to get in certain situations because you need Baneling speed or you know, you have to get an upgrade, like melee attack or something like that, but it's very good to have, like, because look, he's flying this Overlord over Red's base, and he saw everything that Red had, and he didn't lose an Overlord, so.
It does look like the Marines will be chasing it down. Will it go down? Oh, and it goes down. Poor Overlord.
That's not good, but you know, he was obviously busy spreading creep and injecting, which every Zerg has to do. But as you can see now, he's basically spreading Overlords all over the map, so that's really good for drops and just knowing what your opponent's generally up to.
And it looks like these Zerglings will be surrounding this Widow Mine, taking it out before it can detonate.
We have a Spire on the way for green, which is good. Ling Bane Muta is very effective in this matchup, but he still doesn't even have 1 or 2 evolution chambers, and you need to get that +1/+1 going. Red has +1 going, but he doesn't have a second engineering bay, but you can open with +1 attack as Terran, and then later, you know, get 2-1 and then 3-2 and then 3-3.
So pretty much the attack upgrade is the important part for Terran upgrades.
Yeah. You can get, because, you know, you have to do, you're concerned with doing damage, you know, in every matchup, but it's important. Here we go.
And it looks like the Queen will get taken out by this Terran force here. Banelings are coming in to mop up.
Did that just happen?
And it looks like the Terran tried to get rid of this hatchery, but it is still alive with 15 health.
That was a huge blunder by our red Terran player. Letting this hatchery survive when you lost that many units. If he got the hatchery, it would have been a worthwhile trade, but he didn't, and it was at 14 HP. Yes, he does have 2 mines, which both detonated, and either queen didn't die, so I'd say red is really far behind now, because he does have an orbital in his main, but losing a lot of his army and not even killing the hatchery, that was pretty bad. So, I mean, he's going to be ahead on upgrades, because green still doesn't have any evolution chambers yet, but yeah, that was a big mess up by green. And red here is taking his third, but then he's also moving across the map. So we'll see what green does to respond to this.
Looking like red's army will be moving out with 4 Widow Mines actually. Orc, are Widow Mines pretty good in TVZ?
Widow Mines are good in every single matchup. They're just like, because once they burrow, you have to have detection to get rid of them, or you have to sacrifice some of your units to kill them. But yeah, they're a very good unit. Yep.
It is looking like the Widow Mines will be burrowing right here. But the Banelings actually take them all out. Unfortunately for Red. Ling Bane Muta is the composition here by the Zerg player, and he will be making short work of the Terran army.
Yes, he will. Both of these guys just really don't like upgrades. I mean, we're almost 14 minutes into the game, and the only upgrade, I mean, for overall, for the most part, besides speed and stim, is Red has 1 attack upgrade. I mean, so that's one thing I like to see from these guys. Hopefully they, get a hang of it and they change their playstyle a little bit this game.
Most definitely. And it does look like these Mutalisks will be taking out this command center over here. But the Marines actually... Oh my god! The Marines take out a few of these Mutalisks, and Green will be forced to retreat.
Yep, Green is setting up his 4th. It looks like Red will get his 3rd down eventually. Do we have any evolution chambers from Green? It does not look like it yet, so I think Green is just gonna try and mass units and...
Oh, and it looks like a drop has happened. I can't believe I missed this coming in, but one queen will be going down. Mutalisks trying to come help, but looking like those Marines are doing very well with this medevac here. But Lings and Muta will clean it up.
There's the double Evo chamber. 15 minutes in and they're just starting. That's not exactly what you want to have done, but hey, at least he's still, going for the upgrades. Let's see what Red is doing upgrade-wise, because that's all I talk about. He's 1-0. He's getting his 1-1. He's getting his 1 armor started, so he'll have 1-1. He's just now retaking his 3rd. Green is going to be on 4 bases with a macro hatch. So that's very strong production, and for the most part, very strong remaxing capability for Green. And holy shit, he has a big bank. Well, at least for minerals. So that's a lot of links he can make. So yeah, it looks like we might have an engagement here in the middle. So take it from here.
All right. So it does look like Red is actually moving in with the same composition. Mines in the front, Marines in the middle, and some Marauders interspersed here. I wonder how Green's going to react here as he brings some Zerglings in. Looking like the Zerglings will not get us around and will get taken out.
Oh! Have activated as well, so the Banelings will do damage.
Looking like Mutalisks will be trying to pick off these mines, but we'll get driven away by these Marines. Oh, Banelings are coming in. Oh my god, that was such a good Bane hit, as almost all of the Marines have died. And Mutas will be cleaning this up.
And I do not have the same interface as Sharp Eyes, but let me check real quick. The Zerg player currently has 11 mutas. I think he had 15 close to when that battle started. I don't know, if you always have 10 mutas or more, that's a pretty good number of mutas to have. Yeah, so Green could be macroing a little bit better. He could be spreading his creep a little bit better, but all in all, we've been seeing a pretty even game and a pretty entertaining game for sure so far.
A very entertaining game indeed. As Red keeps on sending his army over here to Green, and Green has been defending rather nicely.
Banelings incoming.
Banelings have detonated on those Marauders, and some of them will be making it over here to the Marine Force, wiping them clean.
This is actually a pretty funny scenario too. After that fight finishes, Red has a ton of gas, and then Green has an absurd amount of minerals. Literally, Green could make he could take every single vacant base on this map where there's mineral patches, and then make a macro hatch for each, and still have enough minerals to spend, and some left over. So that's pretty interesting.
Now,
one last thing though. Oh. Here, we have an engagement.
Looking like that Queen will get taken down here. What is Green gonna make? Zerglings, obviously. He will... Oh, and it looks like the Zerglings will be running away. Trying to regroup over here on the left, as he will be sacrificing this base down here. But it does look like a surround will be going to happen here as Red's army gets wiped out once again. And it looks like something's going on over here. Mutalisks are harassing these SCVs. Looking like a few will go down, but he pulls them rather quickly as this tiny pack of Marines will be trying to fend off this pack of Mutalisks.
And as far as we're doing in production and upgrades, Red needs to be dropping more mules or scanning or seeing what's going on. One of the two, probably more mules. We have Mutas doing damage here in the main, so I'll let you take over for a second.
Alright, Mutas will be flying in and out of this base right here. But
so, I mean, if we look at upgrades though, the Terran is at 1-1. He's got nothing else on the way. He's macroing pretty hard. He's transferring a lot of SUVs over to his third. He's got middle base, middle map control. If we look to the Zerg, he's got 1-0, which should be 1-1 soon. And then he'll probably have 2-2 on the way. He already has 2 attack on the way. He has 1 upgrade for attack with his Mutas. So it looks like Green was way behind, but now he will take the lead in upgrades. And we have an attack on Green's 4th base incoming.
And it looks like the Marines will be heading in here. 2 Queens go down, Hatchery goes down, but it will look like, oh wow, he actually picked up his army in response to that surround. Very good play here by the Terran player. It is looking like Mutas will be going in here again, but will get driven off by this rather small pack of Marines. I honestly think that this pack of Marines wouldn't be able to hold that amount of Mutalisks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll have to see. I was editing something, so I missed half of what you said. But so the Zerg has his 4th going up here. But that was pretty big, losing his initial 4th. But he's got 2 gases, so he should be able to saturate it pretty well.
Oh, and it looks like a drone transfer will be going down here by Green, getting intercepted by Red. Red is moving in again. It looks like another battle. Zerglings will be... Oh my god, it looks like those mines have taken out a significant number of Zerglings, but actually one of the splash damage from the mines did kill quite a bit of Marines.
Yep, 2-2 is on the way for the Zerg. Red is halted upgrades for the moment, for the time being. Muta's going into the 3rd of the Terran.
Mutas will be going in here again. How much damage can these Mutas do? Oh my god, and it looks like a tremendous amount of damage will be happening this time, as those SCVs were weakened by the previous assaults.
Yeah, Green, I think, has a really big lead into this game, even though he has a big bio ball, which is heading into the Zerg as we speak.
Alright, big bio ball indeed, as, oh my god, and it looks like the Marines are kind of in one big, oh, and a split is occurring. Oh, and yeah, a very good split, actually, as, almost 10 of those banelings just, suicided. Oh, but there is more banelings here. I actually don't think that Red has enough army to hold from this attack.
This could be game right here, we'll have to see, but it's not looking good for our Terran player.
I would expect to see a GG at any moment here, as the Terran player is completely out of income.
Yeah, and yep.
And instead of GG, he says HH. What does that mean, Orc?
It just means he missed his GG key and he just wanted to get the hell out of the game, and yeah.
Alright.
Pretty much it.
A very fun game to cast and watch, and we hope that you enjoyed it. My name is Sharp Eyes.
And this is Orc.
And we are